The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side. We are coming to you live from QA TV, Channel 8 in Quincy, Massachusetts. The lines are now open, so feel free to call for a spirit reading or if you want to discuss anything about mediumship. And I have a guest on tonight. Joe, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Karen. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I appreciate it too. And I'm going to be asking him, we're going to be having spiritual discussions and stuff like that. And I'm going to explain to Joe how I work as a medium because he's, we're not used, don't know how.
Well, I know a little about it, but I don't know a lot, no.
So how I work as a medium, I see spirits, and stuff like that. I see them out of my head or in the head and through dreams and everything and spirit art, which is what I'm going to discuss a little bit too tonight. And I also feel the presence of spirits around me too. And they share their memories with me of what they did. And a lot of times they'll give me that special piece of evidence that nobody will know about.
Right.
That's how I was taught, Joe.
Right.
And yes, if you understand, no, if you don't, because sometimes there's a lot of people that come through. And I'm saying, and I said, that's why I have my graphic up. Don't give me any information, because that's what you call feeding the medium information. You know what I'm saying? So during a reading,
it's all pure.
Yeah. So
did they ever come through like through voice besides seeing them, images and stuff? Do you ever have they ever come through like vocally or anything like that? You always hear about that.
I'm sorry.
Like vocally. Did they ever come through vocally to you?
Oh yeah. Yes, they do come in with the hearing part of it, and sometimes I said, I don't like to hear them. And it's funny because I said, I don't mind seeing, I don't mind feeling, but I don't want to hear, and stuff like that, but I've heard them call my names a couple of times. And actually I could share one experience with you if that's okay with the hearing end of it. My late aunt passed away a good many years ago, and all of a sudden I was at home. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning spirit time, which is everybody at home knows I always. Hi, caller, you're on the air. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hi.
How are you?
My name is Joanne.
Huh? Joanne?
Joanne.
Yeah. Hi, have you ever been to a medium before, Joanne?
I have not.
Okay, do you want me to explain? Like I was just telling Joe how I communicate with people that have passed away?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a clairvoyant, clairsentience medium. I see spirits out of my head. I see their, like when we just talk about their energies and different things like that. I see things I own. I also feel them. I feel their presence, and they let me take on their personality, so you might see me change, not in a bad way or anything like that, but in a very good way. And they share their memories with me. I'm also a spirit artist, which I will draw deceased people on my paper that'll come on the paper with me and stuff like that. And I don't do medical diagnosis, that's your doctor, and say anything bad. And if you don't want to hear from a loved one that is coming through, you don't have to just tell me you don't want to hear from them, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get going with you, because I have a male that's around you that's passed over from the other side. He's kind of like 5'7" or 5'8" average height. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling like light brown hair. Yes, if you understand, no, if you don't.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, because yeah, I'm feeling like I had breathing issues at the end of my crossing.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, can you say that again? You said what?
Okay.
Breathing issues.
Huh?
Oh, breathing issues. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. And I feel like, you know, I'm gonna see, because it's starting to come in clearer now for me too, because he was like in the end of his crossing too, like not coherent as much. Did that make sense to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
He's like my dad.
All right, it's your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your dad's all around you. You miss him very much, she's telling me.
I do. Yeah.
Yes, and you miss having though, and as he's starting to share his memories, he's like going on with more of his description too. He's like learning to like relax and not help so many people out like he did when he was here, because he was a very hard worker when
Yes,
he did
he
work
was.
before his health declined, like, if that would make
Yeah.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, I'm all healed, whole, and healthy,
Okay.
and not sick anymore. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And he's also with other family members that are over on the other side too. And I'm gonna
Okay.
see who's with them, but I'm gonna stick with Dad for a couple of more minutes. She misses like my stories when he used to tell stories and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I got my hair back like everybody when they age and everything. And it was
Yeah.
really nice. And he said he's being quite the hot ticket, and you would understand that too.
Yeah.
And he's funny, he said, it was very hard for you to see him decline like he did with his health.
Yeah.
And that would make a whole lot of sense. He said,
Right.
you know, and she was there for me for the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying thank you.
Okay.
To thank you to you. He's just like, you know, saying that to me, and I'm not weak anymore. And he's very happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's quite the hot ticket, because before he declined in his health, I was supposed to watch my diet and I didn't, and that would make a lot of sense to you.
Yes.
And so he used to hide stuff.
Yes, probably.
And I'm so glad. No, because he said, I don't have to hide my snacks anymore around them, but they would
Yeah.
find them. And I'm seeing someone with dentures, I don't know if it was your dad or not, but they used to lose their dentures, if that makes sense.
My dad had dentures.
Okay, I have to give that. There could be someone else, and it could be for Joe and stuff like that. But your dad is saying thank you for letting me die with dignity, you know, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's happy because he's like, I see him with donuts and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
He's
see him.
diabetic.
Oh
so-
yeah, thank you. And he's saying, and I don't have to worry about them nagging at me about my diet and what I'm supposed to be eating and stuff like
Yeah.
that. If that would make sense to you.
Yes.
And I'm also feeling another male that's with him too, with your dad.
Okay.
And I do feel like, I don't know if it's you or not, but somebody's husband they miss their husband very much.
The husband very much.
I don't know if that makes sense to you or not.
That somebody misses their husband?
Somebody lost a husband that you know or something like that.
Yes.
Huh?
I have a friend that lost her husband.
Yeah, he's around. They come in like this too, by the way, because when they know you're calling and stuff like that, what they do is other people will be with them. He's
Okay.
saying, I just couldn't go on anymore, if that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And she still misses him very, very much, and she still gets sad, you know, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I'm seeing lots of roses with him. Does that make sense? He used
That
to
I don't know.
He used to give. You might have to find out, because sometimes you have to be the medium for the person. But he's
Mm-hmm.
seeing that, and she just misses that very special companionship. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
they were married for a good long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a younger male that's around with your dad, and with him too as well. Do you have somebody young that's passed away?
Not a male.
Okay, I'm going to ask him to back off because it could be for someone else. But yet, just tell your friend when you have a chance,
I will.
not to be so sad. And she still misses it, and especially like this time of the year is really special, Joanne. With the holidays coming up and everything like that. And this is courtesy of your dad, him coming through, by the way, because your dad used to help people when he was here too. And everybody still really misses him.
Yeah.
Your dad and the family too. Is mom over there too?
Mom?
Okay, because I have a motherly vibration with me too, that a mother or a grandmother that's over there on the other side.
Yeah, my mother passed as well.
Huh?
My mother has passed as well.
Your mother has passed as well? Because I just, they're together.
Doesn't surprise me.
Huh? I'm sorry, I can't hear what you're saying.
I said that doesn't surprise me.
Okay, yeah, and stuff like that. And your dad's, you know how your dad was when he was here, he would go out with the women, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So he's doing that. I haven't changed at all over here. And he's saying he's just not hurting. Your mom's doing really good too now.
Okay.
I had to let you know it. I see a little family resemblance with you with her, if that makes sense too.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for taking that. I'm seeing cakes around with your mom and dad too, by the way.
Cakes.
And that's making sense. Somebody has a birthday coming up.
My mother just had one in August.
Your mother just had one? Okay, so that's her way of saying I was here and listen, I'm celebrating over there and stuff like that. And she's saying, tell her not to be so sad about us, not being around, because she's very proud of you. And she's very proud of the way you handled things too. And you needed to hear that though, if that's making sense.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because she said, I know it was the way it is. Things happen. You know exactly what she's talking about.
I do, yeah.
And stuff like that. And she's saying, just remember all the fun stuff that the family did together. You needed to hear that. That's the message to you about that too, okay? And that would make a lot of sense.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and they get very personal with me too, by the way. And your mom's out talking to your dad right now, but that's how they were in life.
Oh, it's funny, they were divorced.
Yeah.
They got divorced late in life and probably never should have got divorced.
I know, right? I know, I hear you. But your mom is saying you went above and beyond the call of duty because you were there for them. The best you could be. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay, so you needed to hear that though, she's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, and your mom is learning not to pray so much.
Oh, okay.
Somebody prayed, I don't know if it was your mom or your grandmother, but I see somebody praying for everybody in the family, or if it's for Joe, but I see someone's grandmother saying a lot of prayers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad.
My family.
Thank you. She said, I don't do that anymore. And that would make a lot of sense to you. And your mom is saying, like, she's so glad she can move around a lot easier now, too. And she wants you to go celebrate, you know what I'm saying? And do some traveling, too.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yes.
Because they used to travel, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yes, they
saying?
did. Yep.
Yeah, and they're happy now because they said, we don't have to wait in line at the airport anymore.
Yeah.
And that would make a lot of sense because one of them would get impatient a little bit sometimes when they had to wait. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they're saying to do some travel, and that's a message to you too. And stuff like that. And I'm seeing like a locket necklace with your mom. I don't know if that's making sense, but I see someone with a locket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody still has that here.
Yes.
And she's saying thank you. That's just a special piece of evidence, what they call the clencher in a reading.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she's very happy you have it.
That's nice.
If you can understand that.
Yeah, it's from my sister that passed.
That's so nice. And she said she sees you picking it up sometimes and looking at stuff, and you keep it nicely tucked away.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And she's very happy about that because the right person got that, by the way, because it was a couple little controversial things. You know what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
when I don't get personal like that. I said, she'll know. I'm just gonna say that. But they just are both very proud of you. Did all the right decisions by them, and you need to hear that. That's the message to you.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And your mother's saying she's not cold anymore,
Oh,
and that would make sense too. And
Yeah.
when you look at the locket, she's saying, just wear it, and she's going to be with you when you wear the locket too. By the way.
Actually, my sister-in-law has the locket. My brother's wife has it.
Okay, but I'm glad you can
Yeah.
understand that too, though.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I get this a lot too with somebody served in the service too.
Yeah, my dad did.
Your dad did, because he's saluting you.
Oh,
And I see some medals with him, by the way.
oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Many.
I see the Purple Heart.
Yeah.
Yep, the Purple Heart, and that's what
Yeah.
your dad's giving me the special cleanser too, so you got 2 of those cleansers. And he's saying somebody still has those too.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
we do.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting for you, because, they're just sharing their memories with, but don't look back. You got to
Okay.
keep moving forward. And I can't be colorful with the words on the air, but you know what I'm talking about there too,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he's saying, just be proud. You stand up straight, and they're telling me to sit up and stuff like that. But they're just saying to you stand up and you be proud.
Thank you.
That's the message to you. And I don't know if you have any questions for me. But that's
I don't know. I had a sister that passed, and I know it was very hard on my parents.
yeah. And
I
stuff
didn't
like,
know if anything. It was a very volatile
oh, yeah, it was awful.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. Like, things happen in life, and that's why you needed to hear that though too, and stuff like that. And just you move forward. You did but you know what they're talking about. You did all the right things, and you had to do by you. You know what I'm saying? And that would make but you needed to hear that so you could heal and move forward with your life.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any more questions, but that's who I have that's around you. And I'd also see a baby too.
Baby. Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I have to put that out there anyways.
A baby that passed?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
You might have to do some investigating, because it could be a family thing, but your mom and dad, it's okay. Things happen in life, but you needed to hear that so you could move forward.
Okay.
And you just don't look back.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate
very
it.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Things happen in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And it's tough, especially dealing with parents. You were mentioning how her father, during his illness times, and that reminded me of my own father during his
your
time.
dad, don't give me any information. 'cause
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm going to start
Well, I
doing-
mean, he
I'm
was
gonna
all right, but I mean, I'm just saying age and stuff. I don't really
Yeah,
mean
I'm
like.
going to get going with your dad.
Yeah, it
though,
wasn't
too.
anything like,
Because your dad's over there,
terminal.
right?
Huh?
Your dad's over there?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of resemblance with your dad.
Ah.
I'm seeing a lot of you had the same eye coloring and everything like that, and you have a lot of the features and all that. And I'm going to draw a drawing and
Alrighty.
stuff like that. And your dad's all around you and stuff like that. And you know, and stuff like
Right.
that. So you know what happened and you know what went down.
Right.
And that makes sense to you?
Yeah.
And he said, I can breathe better. I can breathe now. And you know what you know what he's talking about?
Kinda, yep.
Yeah, because there's something else. I don't know if it's your dad or your granddad, but somebody did have trouble with breathing. Don't give me any information, Michael.
I'm
You're
trying
gonna
to
put my
think. No, I'm
graphic
trying to think. I didn't
I
know
don't-
my
It's
grandparents
okay.
because they
Yes, if you
died
understand,
before.
if you
Yeah.
don't, okay.
Yeah.
This is graphic up there. Thank you. Don't give me any information. That's a no-no in the medium's world. But your dad understands. You know what I'm saying? And he's still, he turned out pretty good, and stuff like that. And he's telling me, because he's sharing his memories and his thoughts with me right now, that I know it wasn't always easy and stuff like that with you and him. And he's saying, I know it gets personal, but he is saying he's sorry. And that would make sense. And you need to hear that, though, too. You know what I'm saying? Hear it from Dad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's like sitting there going, Don, he turned out quite all right. And stuff, and that's, but he'd be colorful with the words, too. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And somebody's saluting you with the glass from the other side of, with the, you know, with the wine or something like that. I'm getting somebody that like to tip a little bit of that.
Yeah, I think I might know who that is.
Okay, thank you. He's being quite the hot ticket because you have a bunch of people around you too.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. And he said, I'm just like, you know, having fun over here, you know, and stuff like that. But I'm letting Dad come through more because it wasn't always easy with your dad, you know, and stuff like that. But he said, I had to do what I had to do with some issues.
Right.
That would make sense, but I don't like to get too personal with them.
Right.
You know, because it's your private, personal business too.
Right.
And he said, there's a younger female that's with them. Over there on the other side. I don't know if it's for you or somebody at home, but I have a woman that passed in like 30s. And if it's not for you, I'm going to ask her back off because your dad's coming through some more.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so if anybody at home understands a woman that passed in the 30s with light blonde hair, feel free to call the station up in the blue eyes and all that good stuff. And yeah, because he's like sitting there going, I couldn't always be at home. Your dad couldn't always be there, and that would make a lot of sense and stuff like that. And he couldn't. He just, you know, he's responsible for what he did, and you needed to hear that though too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow. And he's really like, you know, sitting there saying, families, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like that
I do
with
know.
him, with him.
Yeah.
And he said he kind of got some of his dad's traits. Would that make sense too?
Yeah.
Because you're dead together, your grandfather and your dad. I'm feeling a mom. Is your mom over there or no?
Yeah, my mom's
Your
over
mother's
there.
because you miss your mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she was like,
Miss them both.
don't give me any information. See, there he goes again, guys.
Sorry.
Telling me stuff.
I'm a rookie. What can I say here?
And you miss your mom very, very much. Because she kind of made up for with your dad being strict and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Things like how he was. I don't want to get into that.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She's all around you. And she said, I had my girlish figure back. And that would make a lot of sense too, and things like that. And she put on a little bit of weight. Does that make sense? Not a lot of weight, but she had a nice figure to herself. She only put on very little.
Yeah.
And she's saying, I don't have to take care of the house as much anymore.
Oh,
and she was beautiful when she was young, by the way.
Yes.
And that would make sense. She had beautiful
Yes,
brown
that
hair.
really does make sense. Yes.
There he goes again, guys. Don't give me any information.
No.
And she's saying, I got my girlish looks back. And stuff like that. And
Good.
she's so funny because she's saying he misses me, you know, and especially like in the spring and, you know, the summertime, and she's enjoying all the flowers again. Because she liked the flowers and being in the garden. It's their memories they share with me, so this is what she's talking about right now. And I'm going to give it to you anyways, and I'm just going to put it out there because that's what I don't like to hold any information back, otherwise they follow me home. And I see a hope chest, like a chest you'd put stuff in. Does that make sense? I'm thanking your mom for the clencher. You know, and that's what I call a special piece of evidence in the reading. So, you know, she's happy about that. And somebody who was very kind and caring and nurturing with children. And I'm getting that with her, because I'm seeing a teacher around you. There's somebody that taught her. I don't know if it's for you or for somebody at home. But I see a teacher. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay, because the teacher's around you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's making sense. She's like in the background, you know what I'm saying? But she's keeping the students in line over there. And that would make sense. And she was one of the teachers you liked, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And she died, because I do have somebody that passed from cancer. And stuff like that, if that's making sense to you. and stuff. So I'm thanking you for that. So you have so many people in there, and like I say to the viewers at home, this
Crowded.
is why it comes in like this is why it comes in like this sometimes, because you have so many people,
Right.
and you hear me go, and you got to back off. You know what I'm saying? So it's really kind of funny about that, and everything like that. And I just like, you know, she didn't suffer long, because, you know, the woman that had the cancer, I'm feeling, visit the teacher? Because I'm feeling that, you know, there was somebody, I don't know what female it is, don't give me any information, but the female doesn't have cancer anymore. And does that make sense? And so you need to hear, you're wondering. You do heal over there when you pass away, by the way. And just to let you know that too, as well.
That's good.
And the family's all together. I do have a young male with you that's over there in spirit. And I don't know if you lost somebody young. And
Yeah.
you did? Because he's around. He's around. He's like laughing and joking and carrying on and everything like that. If that's making sense. He's just standing in the back. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's how he was in life. He's very quiet and things like that. You were surprised when he passed away. If that makes sense. Huh?
So was I.
Oh, don't. See, there they go again.
I'm
I need the
sorry.
graphic back up. He's taken responsibility for his own life, because that's what we call feeding the information to the medium.
Yeah.
But there was stuff going on with him personally that you would understand, and things like that. And
That makes sense.
suicide's not the answer. There is a hotline you can call. I have Michael put it up, you know, once in a while too, because there's you're gonna want it. You know, like I say, he was found, by the way, when he had passed and things like that, and he was going through stuff that you know about. And I'm feeling the brown hair, somebody with brown hair. I have somebody with brown hair. And things like that. Is that making sense?
It's making sense.
Okay, so he's starting to come in even clearer now for me. And he was, you know, he was talented, he's telling me too, though. There was some talent there with him. And that makes sense too? Because he was kind of like brilliant a little bit. And things like that, and just trying to find his own way in life with what to do. He said, I was misunderstood. With you know what exactly what he's talking about.
I do.
You do miss him. You do miss him terribly. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, I'm responsible for my life. You know, not you. People forget. Okay, it's the people that get left behind. You know what I'm saying? And I'll ask him to back off. Hi, Mary. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Good, you?
Have you ever been to a medium before?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to explain to you how I work, Mary?
No.
Okay, yes, if you understand. No, if you don't, and don't feed me any information like Joe did. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so, and I also am a spirit artist, so if I might get motivated to draw a drawing for you, it's called what I call a quick sketch in an art drawing. And yes, if you understand, no, if you don't, because I'm feeling, I do have, today's Mother's Night here at the station too, and I do have a woman that's around you. Is your mother over there?
Yes.
Because your mom is all around you coming through tonight, and I see her with, you know, baked goods and stuff like that. If you can understand that?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Can't cut short to the head, you know, but when she was young, she had it long.
Yes.
But as she aged, she would cut it short, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And everything had to be just so with your mom. Were you hoping to hear from Mom tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to see who else she's with, but she's going to speak right now because she's saying, you all have to wait your turn.
Yeah.
But that's how she was when she was here.
Yeah.
When people had to sit and wait their turn, and she's being all very happy and, you know, go lucky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And somebody still does miss her
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and then she's done watching in on everybody.
Yeah.
And I do have a male that's around you, like somebody like, I had a husband here earlier. I don't know if you lost a husband or whatever, but I do have somebody's husband that's been hanging around the studio too. Yeah, and I'm gonna let them back off. I'm gonna ask them to back off again. But your mom's coming in and stuff like that, so I'm gonna stick with your mom for a couple more minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
There's another Mary on the other side, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, because the Marys are together.
Okay.
And things like that. And your mom was, had some looks to herself and things like that when she was here. She's learning not to volunteer so much.
Yeah.
And that would make a lot of sense. She used to be very active with volunteering and everything. And I have somebody with bingo.
Yeah.
As I have to give you that bingo, that's the clencher. She gave me the clencher early in the reading, but that's that special piece of evidence. But she's saying, I'm glad and stuff like that. And she said, sometimes she would be her own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying with the volunteering stuff? I have to give that out to you anyways, okay? It just got, kind of stressful with some of the stuff that she did and things like that. And she's saying, I had a woman that had breathing issues.
Yeah.
And had trouble breathing. And did somebody have cancer? I have a female that had cancer.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you can understand that. She's around you too. And that was one of the persons you were hoping to hear from tonight?
Yeah.
And wondering if she's okay?
Yeah.
She lost, of course, like we all do when we're sick, she lost the weight.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't eat anymore.
Who's this one?
Huh?
Who's this one?
I'm sorry.
Who's this one? She wants to know.
Do you understand who this is?
No, I'm asking you, who is this now?
She wants to know which person this is that you're discussing.
The woman with the cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Are you saying my mother with the cancer or my grandmother? Who had the cancer?
I don't know, but I'm feeling your mother did. Or somebody's mom had cancer.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so your mom. And she's going, I'm fine. I don't have anything wrong with me anymore.
Okay.
And she said, I'll put some weight back on too, by the way, just to let you know that.
Who is the woman you're talking about?
I'm talking about mom.
My mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because your mom is coming through with a boatload of energy for you too. Like she's back to her old self with the energy stuff.
Yes.
Your mom, because she got really weak with her cancer.
Yes.
And I have to give you that. I'm glad they're being clearer with me. Sometimes that'll happen too, because you guys all have a lot of people around you.
Right.
And she's saying, I'm all very happy. I'm happy to be out doing what I'm doing, and stuff like that. And you were wondering if she was okay.
Yes.
And she's saying to me to tell you, thank you for helping me die with dignity with my passing.
Yes.
She was very thankful because you gave a lot of yourself.
Yes.
To help your parents out.
Yeah.
And she's saying to say that to me. She said, I'm very thankful for that.
Thank you.
Because I'm feeling somebody did pass at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes sense?
Say it louder, please.
Somebody passed at home when they passed away.
Passed at home?
Passed away at home.
She did.
She did. She's saying to say thank you. And I'm seeing, she said, somebody used to read to me too. I had to give that to you. If it wasn't you, there was somebody else that would read to her. Because I see a book not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But when she needed the care, somebody would, with mom. If that doesn't make sense, I'm just going to wait and just continue with your mom. But your grandmother's with her together. They're together over there on the other side. Are you still there, Mary? I must have lost her.
I think we lost Mary, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But they're together, your mom and your grandmother, and she's saying to say thank you. And somebody did read to one of them, you know, and I just have to put that out there still too. And I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, I just wanted to get going with you a little bit more.
Okay.
With the suicide. You know, with the suicide person that came in for you. He's saying, I just was like, it was a lot of pressure too. With him too as well. You know what I'm saying? But he's enjoying sports again. I'm seeing sports around, I don't know if it's him, right? And stuff like that. And he's saying, I'm enjoying that stuff again. And back to like my coherent self. Okay. Hi, Mary.
Sorry about that. It keeps
That's okay. We were wondering if you were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom is like, it's coming in like this with you too, because that will happen. But I've just got to put that out there, because sometimes it gets to be a lot of information. But I see somebody that either read to your grandmother or your mom.
Yeah, both are up there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm so glad she's saying thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's those little things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your mom, I don't know if it's, I'm feeling breathing issues with your mom.
Yep.
Before she passed away.
Yes.
And she's saying to say, thank you for, again, it goes back to the dignity thing, because she didn't want to be hooked up to all those things. You know what she's talking about.
Yes.
With the machines and everything like that.
Yes.
And she's saying they made the right decision by me.
Yes.
And you needed to hear that though too.
Yes.
And I'm coherent. I wasn't in the end, but before she passed away, she mentioned somebody that was already over on the other side.
Oh.
Does that make sense? If not, that I have to put that out there. Or somebody felt somebody when they were in with her, giving her care in the end.
Okay, who was it?
I don't know if I'm feeling your mom when she was getting her care.
Yeah.
She felt somebody, or somebody felt like they weren't alone in the room.
Yeah, who's the other person?
Okay, I had to get that out there and put that out there. Your mom, I'm feeling some athletic with somebody too. They were very sporty too when they were here, and very athletic when they were young.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're doing that over there on the other side. I'm feeling a male that's around you too.
Okay.
I'm having a male that's coming in. And I'm feeling like a dad.
Yeah.
A dad. And I'm seeing sports and athletic when he was in high school.
Yeah.
So thank you. I thank you for that too. And just to let you know that. And he's doing all that stuff again.
Okay.
Okay? You would just wanted to hear from them and make sure that they were okay.
Right.
Yeah, they are okay. And they're saying, thank you for keeping our memories alive. And I'm getting some pressure in my head.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's all gone.
Okay.
They didn't suffer long. Mom, I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Mom had the pressure?
Yeah, the pressure. I'm feeling somebody had pressure. I'm feeling a male had pressure on their head.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling that with them. And your mom is so glad she can swallow again.
Yes.
And that makes sense?
Oh, yeah.
And she's so happy. And I'm seeing cakes. Cakes with cakes or pastries.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you too?
Yeah.
And she's beautiful. She got on all her makeup and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Ready for a night on the town when she was younger.
Yeah.
When her and dad would go out.
Yeah.
And the person that had the pressure, you just needed to know that they were okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting for you, because I don't like going making up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you needed to hear, you weren't sure if you did enough for them.
Yes.
And she's saying she did a way more than what any daughter could do.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
You're welcome, and thank you. And I'm seeing some jewelry with your mom too.
Yeah.
Because somebody still has their jewelry.
Yes.
I see rings.
Yeah.
I'm so
You got it.
glad. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, because I see rings with her. And I also see a music box.
Yes.
And I see the music box. Do you have the music box?
Yes.
She's saying when you open it up, she's singing to you from the other side.
Yes.
And that would make a lot of sense.
Yep.
Because somebody had a beautiful singing voice, by the way.
Yeah.
And stuff. She's very happy about you having the music box. And that's what
Yeah.
I call a special cleanser in the reading.
Right.
I don't know if you have any more questions, but that's what they do. That's how they work with me too. And sometimes when it gets like that, because with the confusion in the end with their passing, that's why it came in confusing like that.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not confused anymore.
Okay.
And thank you, by the way, other message, you needed to hear this, is thank you for respecting and having all her wishes that she wanted.
Yes.
And that you needed to hear that though.
Yes.
And she's telling me to say that, and that's a special piece of memory evidence that she's sharing. And she's glad you have her stuff,
Yes.
especially the music box. And I'm seeing the wedding rings.
Yep. That's
Yep,
it.
you have those and stuff like that. And they're safely tucked away
Yeah.
in the music box.
Right.
And I'm feeling she's humming, by the way. Your mom is humming. And that would make a lot of sense.
Yes.
Where she'd love to sing and everything like that.
Yeah.
That would make sense and stuff like that. And when you, again, thank you for sharing everybody, Mary.
Thank you.
And and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And sometimes it'll come in like that with when they come.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It gets confusing, especially at the older ones, because
Right.
everybody dies. You know what I'm saying? When
Right,
you get old,
sure.
you get sick, and some people a long time ago on one of the shows I did here, somebody said, "Well, everybody gets sick," but I said, that is true, but sometimes when you get sick like that, you do lose weight or you blow it up big.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Joe? And stuff like that. And because I feel like that happened with one of your parents too. With somebody, that passed away that you knew. They, they lost the weight and then they blew it up at the end when they passed away. Thank you. And to somebody that general stuff, like people get upset, like, when I do general stuff.
Right.
But what's general to somebody watching isn't general to you.
To you, right, exactly,
You know what I'm talking
exactly, because you kind of know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And, the other person obviously doesn't know you, so they're not really, it's not related to them.
Which is awesome, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's little things like Mary with the music box, and that's what the special piece of evidence that she gave me, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
And-
Now, does a lot of people, obviously, like you say, people get ill, obviously, towards the end.
Yeah.
But, with some of these unfortunate things like Alzheimer's, and does that cloud or is that hard for you to communicate or with that because of the end of their lives?
What gets hard with the communication, just with the heart, when they were confused.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
So,
that's what I'm asking,
That's
yeah.
exactly what you know what I'm saying?
You're right, exactly.
So that's when it gets hard, like, where I'm a clairsentience medium, I start feeling stuff. And like if they were deaf too, sometimes they get
Right.
extra deaf too. But it was just like, okay, and like I said, this is their memories they shared.
Right.
Oh, and the young man was very talented. And that would make, I'm seeing music around you with somebody that's over on the other side too, musically inclined. Think about that, take it home with you, and then it might click later. But yeah, and that's what happens, and it's like, because when a lot of people start coming in, it gets very hard. And I'm like sitting there going, that's why, as everybody knows at home,
Right,
I have to ask to back off.
right.
Or like if I repeat something, that's why it's coming in that way. Because
Right.
people will see my mannerisms change
Right.
and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah. And the young man said, he still misses me very much. You were hoping to hear from him actually, if he was one of the ones. So he's all around you. I'm feeling somebody's anniversary is coming around too. That's on the other side for you. And just remember all the fun and stuff that we had together. And that's what he's saying. I feel like it was a young man that committed suicide. That anniversary's coming up. And he's saying to say that to you, and he's saying, thank you for keeping my memories alive and remembering all the good stuff. And I'm listening to all the music loud again, too. And, you know, he was quite the character, actually. And I love his hair because it's like all, you know, like all over the place. And that would make sense with his brown hair and things like that. So I'm glad about that. And he's making me smile. And he's like, I'm not getting in trouble anymore. And that would make a lot of sense to you. With that, and it's really funny because I love his mannerism. He's with one of his friends over there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, together. They're like the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's how they were, like, you know, their friendship was.
Right, right.
And I do feel like another suicide around you.
There was probably.
Don't give me any information.
No.
Yes,
I
if
don't
you
know.
understand, no, if you don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so I got to give that, but I do have another suicide that's around me, okay? And I'm feeling a hanging with them. But I have to put that out there, and I'm just going to let him back up. But you know, your friend is quite the comic. And I'm seeing tattoos with someone. Does that make sense? Okay, so the tattoos, yeah. He's saying that, and thank you for the special piece of evidence. And that's something simple that sometimes can be the biggest validation, like the tattoos, you know. I'm still on the wild side, he's saying. And I'm with my friend, and we're up to no good over here like we were when we were in the earth plane, too. And he's being quite the chatterbox. And your mother and father are just letting him take over because he passed so young and stuff like that. And I'm going to get going with the drawing for you.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Sure.
It's called what I call a quick sketch in an art.
Okay.
And sometimes when I draw, like I have my heart thing over there.
Right.
Like there's a little girl, you really can't see her on the heart, but they'll come on the art when I'm drawing regular art. So there was a heart. And if anyone can understand this at home, I have a little girl around 5 years old, and that hearts would make sense. And the purple and the white and pink colors would make sense too. Hair cut short to the head, and little tiny, you know.
Right.
I love his hair. It's gonna be all over the place, okay? Remember those spiky things that people used to?
Yes, back in the 80s, yeah.
Stuff. That makes sense. That makes sense with him, right? Thank you. Because the hair's gonna go up like this, okay? Big eyes, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta go over here with the short part of it. And if you see my hair going fast, like I say to everybody, that's just the energies working with me. Because it was kind of like a woofle type of thing with him. And if it came in earlier like that, like I said, that's what they do to me and stuff like that. I gotta slow my hair down. Earring? I see an earring with somebody over there.
It might have, I don't remember.
Yeah. Long nose, like longer nose, but like, you know, in between, like. This is what I have so far.
Okay. Wow, yeah.
Get the spiky hair and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them home.
Even the shape of the head,
Yeah. I'm going to show everybody at home if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been around you, and you were really wondering about him, though, too.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling me. I'm going to fix his eyes, and I got to... I'm going to give this to you, like I said to everybody when I do a drawing.
Oh,
It's my
really?
gift to you.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I have to put his pair back. He was tough, though, too. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. Yeah.
He's saying, I'm letting him know I'm around, and his his anniversary's coming up.
Yeah.
He said, I bet he didn't expect to hear from me. And that's what it was. So,
How amazing.
yeah. Who's John or Jake? I'm getting somebody with the J sounds on the other side. James, I'm getting going like that. I'm not very good. It could be in that middle name, too. It's not him, though.
No.
And I see a dog around you, too. A dog that's
Oh,
over in
don't do that to
spirit.
me.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. He's all around you. And sometimes when I'm doing my regular art, I have to, I go, you know, I draw it and then a face starts coming in and they manifest on the art.
Right.
I know you didn't have a lot of eyelash, you know, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
It's him.
Yeah.
He's saying, celebrate my life. That's his message to you. And I'm seeing, you know, the older records with him, too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a record over here. He was kind of corny with the music, too, he's telling me, with some of it. But I'm putting the record down here. I'm glad they're going back to vinyl, but they should have stayed with that all along anyways. I'm not very good at drawing records. And I'm
okay.
putting that next to him.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if it came in like that earlier, you know, that's just why it comes in like that, too.
Right, right, right.
Because I want to get over there for a minute, too.
Okay.
There he is.
Wow. Wow. That's a pretty good likeness.
I know. And like I said, it's a quick sketch, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Very quick sketch, but very captures the essence.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you
It
for
is.
sharing.
Yeah.
He's all around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give this to you, but if you felt somebody, if you wondered if they were listening in to you from the other side, you know, the people that are on the other side, I feel like you're curious about, like, are they listening in on my, you know, loved ones that are on the other side? Do you ever feel like that? Wonder if they're okay and stuff like
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
And
Oh,
listening in,
absolutely.
too?
Oh, absolutely.
And there you go.
Mm. Wow. Wow. That's pretty
And I'm
neat.
still young, and I get this all the time from them because they love to do this. Only the good die young.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get over to here for real quick.
Okay.
And thank you for sharing them. I'm going to give that to you as a gift. And I have no prior knowledge of these drawings when I do
Right, right.
them.
No, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
And this is what happens. I don't know if they can put the camera up close or not, but there's a little girl that's in here with the drawing and stuff like that. So I have to, show, talk about that. And that's what they do,
Right.
like when I'm doing a regular art piece.
Right,
That way, people at home will know.
Right,
So, like,
exactly.
Just when Spirit, I said, really, guys, now? It's really kind of funny.
it is.
It's right here, Michael. She's right here. I'm just going to kind of go like this a little bit with the hair. Her eyes. And there's her nose. And I'll bring, I just have her in the drawing. You see, I wanted to show Joe. See the face inside?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
do. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and
Wow.
sometimes I'll put it up so you know what I'm saying.
Right, so they can see it.
She was little. She had passed around 5 years old. She had light blonde hair, like I said, blue eyes, and you can see her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes like I'll be drawing like what I was doing doodling,
Right.
and things like that. Faces will show up in my art.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, spirits want to have something to say. They're gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the heart, the purple heart had meaning to her.
Right.
And the pink heart had meaning too.
Right.
And the white heart. So that's why it came in like that. Because of the
Right,
colors.
represented something within her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Within those colors, because, the thing with the heart, the love and light, like I say to everybody.
Right.
I try to remember to say it at the end of my show. And that's kind of like my logo. But yeah, so those colors, her mom still misses it like any child, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course.
And if anybody understands at home who this is and stuff like that, when my show goes on YouTube, you feel free to call Quincy Access Television up,
Absolutely.
Because I'll have the drawing with me.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's funny when somebody does pass away, when somebody does pass away, we miss them more than they miss us. Believe it
Yeah.
or not, I know that might sound a little insensitive,
Right.
but it's not though. And suicide, just to let you know, suicide's not the answer. But
Right.
sometimes people get beyond the point where,
Right. Especially with the very difficult world we're in now.
we're in a very difficult, with
You know.
all the peer, with cyberbullying.
All kinds of pressure, yeah.
everything. It's really, and I feel,
It's tragic.
oh yeah, and the
know.
stress and everything with peer pressure.
Right.
And everybody should go to school and just try to get along.
Yeah. I mean, you hear about the bullying in school, like you
Yeah,
say.
it's awful.
and
I,
just-
I just want to thank Joe for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure.
A minute left. And our loved ones are gone but not forgotten, and just a thought away. And if you have thoughts of suicide, there is help out there. You're not alone. Just to let you know that. And I know they have a number here at the station, but if you go to my other YouTube videos, you'll see it too. And just please remember to be kind to each other, because life really is too short. You just never know with today's society too, and things like that.
Absolutely.
And our loved ones are gone but not forgotten, and just a thought away.